What's up, everybody? It is me, Geekers, back with another video, and today we are doing my graphic novel comic book haul for May and June, because in May I didn't really get that many books to justify a haul video, so we are doing a two-month haul video, also including books that I got from Las Vegas Comic-Con, and probably some footage there at the end. So stay tuned, because this is going to be a pretty big video. So starting off with the books that I got from Las Vegas Comic-Con, for the first book I got Daredevil Yellow by Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb, the same team who did Batman The Long Halloween, and I love that book, one of my favorite Batman stories of all time. And I did do a review of it a really long time ago. It's not that great of a review, but I will put a card up there in case you guys do want to see it. But it's a retelling of Daredevil's origin by two creators that I really like, and so I thought I would pick it up, especially because I got it for $5. So continuing with the books that I got from Las Vegas Comic-Con, I got Volume 1 of Ultimate Spider-Man, Volume 2 of Ultimate Spider-Man, Volume 3 of Ultimate Spider-Man, Volume 4 of Ultimate Spider-Man, and Volume 5 of Brian Michael Bendis' Ultimate Spider-Man run. This is what launched the Ultimate Universe. And I love Spider-Man, but I've only really read a lot of his old stuff. Like I have some of the issues right here. And I had never read Ultimate Spider-Man, and I do enjoy Miles Morales, and he's introduced later on in the series. So, yeah, and I got these all for $5 each, and it was a crazy good steal. So, 5 volumes of Ultimate Spider-Man for $25. Those were the only books that I got at Las Vegas Comic-Con, but those were quite a few books. And I do have some more Marvel books here to show you guys. I got Volume 1 of Warren Ellis's run on Moon Knight. I think this is the only volume. But I did a review of this. I love this book. Click the card to go watch that review, a more in-depth take on it. And then I got Volume 1 of Tom King's Vision, which I just dropped 15 seconds ago and made a dent on the corner, fortunately. But I heard this is a very great run, and I am very interested to read it. And Viv is introduced in this book, and she's in Champions, and I love Champions. Closing out my Marvel haul, I got a very weird Marvel book, but I am a big fan of the classic Christmas story, A Christmas Carol, by Charles Dickens, and the movie I like, the book I read a lot as a kid, and this Marvel book is something that really intrigued me, and I got it for free from my comic book store. So I got Zombie Christmas Carol, and Charles Dickens is actually credited. So, I mean, I'm a fan of the book, and I'm probably going to read this coming Christmas time, or just read it now. So getting into some of my Image books that I got this past 2 months, I got Volume 1 of East of West by Jonathan Hickman. I am a very big Image fan and an indie book fan, but this is something that I just never read. I mean, just never picked it up, and I'm a little bit over halfway done with Volume 1, and I really enjoy it, so I'm probably going to get Volumes 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think 6 is also out. So, 2 through 6 I'm going to get soon, so you can probably catch that next month, but Volume 1 I am really enjoying so far, and I'll probably do a review once I am done, and I let it marinate a little bit. This month for Image was a big month for me starting new series, so I also got Volume 1 of The Wicked and the Divine. I am a really big fan of mystical things, and like gods and mythology, and how it could influence the modern world. And so I read about this book, and I thought I'd pick it up. I haven't started it yet, but I'm very, very excited to read it. Continuing with starting a new series thing, I got Volumes 1 and 2 of Nailbiter. I read Volume 1 and thoroughly enjoyed it. I had just watched Silence of the Lambs, rewatched Silence of the Lambs, and this gave me some really good Silence of the Lambs vibes without being a direct copy. And I really enjoy how it's a horror book, a lot like the book Witches. It's atmospheric, but it's not as creepy. Well, it's kind of creepy, but not in the sense of witches are going to come kill you. It's more of serial killers, and you don't know what's around the corner. And yeah, it's a really good atmospheric vibe, and it's by Joshua Williamson, who does The Flash right now, and I really enjoy this book. So I'm not sure if I showed this in a haul before. I don't think I have, but I got Happy by Grant Morrison and Robertson. I forgot, Derek Robertson. And it's a really, really interesting book, and I read it already and I really liked it. It's about a hitman who can see this blue unicorn, and I don't want to spoil why he can, but it is very interesting and very, very heartfelt, but also really cool. It's a kind of a Grant Morrison classic book. Well, not a classic Grant Morrison book, but the weirdness that ensues in this book is classic Grant Morrison. Another Volume 1 that I got was Volume 1 of Moonshine. I was going to pick this up on singles, but by the time I was going to, I couldn't find any singles for a reasonable price. So I just waited for the trade, and I am really, really excited to read this, because it's by Brian Azzarello, who did 100 Bullets and other great books, and this is a horror, mystery, Prohibition-era book that just really, really intrigued me. So the very last Image book I got is Volume 7 of Invincible. I got Volumes 1 through 6 last month, or 2 months ago, and I showed you guys that haul, in that haul, but I got Volume 7. I'm gonna hold off on Invincible. I really like it, but I have so many books I have to get to and read, so I'm gonna pause on this series so I can get through all my other books. But I really did enjoy this book. Invincible, I love it so far. It's great and one of the best Image series around. So closing out my haul for May and June, I got the collected edition. I'm not sure if it's considered an omnibus. It's all 20 or 18 issues of Demo by Brian Wood, who has done Northlanders and Rebels. And this is a really interesting book I heard of, and it's published by Dark Horse, and this thing is huge. And I got it for 10 bucks instead of 25, which is a cover price, because of the damage that's on this corner, and because I work at the my comic book store, and I got it for a good price. So I'm really interested in this book. It's a huge book, 18 issues that I just want to devour and get through. So yeah. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up down below. Comment any suggestions for videos or books that you want. If you saw a book in here that you want me to review, then make sure to comment it down below. And make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to get notified whenever I make videos. And I'll see you guys all again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.